I don't like to cook, but I'll stay in the kitchen. And when it comes out, oh, it's all grifting. GTA 6, 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 GTA 6. Every time I'm on a podcast, I bring up GTA 6. It doesn't matter what the argument is. GTA 6, it's not an Xbox, but guess what? GTA 6, it is a PC, but it doesn't matter. GTA 6, 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 GTA 6. Listen, my name is Tony the Pony, you know. I don't like to cook, but I'll stay in the kitchen. And when
hey man, shout out to my brother Doc Dark, man. Listen, man. Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate everybody who pulled up, who's already here, man. Thank y'all so much. I was trying to make a video for this, but it wasn't working out. So I said, you know what? Let me just go live and do what I gotta do, right? So we're here. It's gonna be a quick live, man. We have a few topics we're gonna speak on, and it shouldn't take too much of your time, okay? Shout out to my brother Doc Dark for that smash hit. You understand what I'm saying? It's crazy out here, man. We're gonna play that track a couple more times here today, people. Cause my goodness, this is unbelievable, man. But thank y'all so much, man. Like, share, subscribe, hype the video, do all that good stuff, man. Also, we got the memberships. I keep forgetting. We got the memberships. That link is pinned at the top. Make sure you go ahead and click that. It's as little as $1, man. $1, 99 cents. Okay, get your foot in the door, get up in the Discord, you know, and just chill. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate everybody who pulled up, man. So, and not too many topics that we're gonna speak on, but the main thing here, the main course, is of course that GTA 6 delay. We're gonna speak on it a little bit. We got some details that we gotta I'm gonna read to you guys, which goes it goes hand in hand, right, with why GTA 6 has been delayed. Okay, so we're gonna get into that, man. All right, we're gonna get into that. We're gonna watch a quick video from Naughty Dog. If y'all don't know, Naughty Dog is celebrating their 40th anniversary. So we're gonna take a look at a quick video that they got for us, okay? And Housemark put out a developer reacts video to Saros. We might take a look at that as well to wrap up the stream. All right. We have a poll up. Make sure y'all go ahead and vote on that poll right there. You understand what I'm saying? These are facts, ladies and gentlemen. We in here, people. All right. We're going to start the show in 2 minutes, people. All right. 2 minutes. We're going to start the show. 11:46. We will be starting. All right. But yeah, man. Not too much going on in the news today, people. I could have extended the live and just gone and talk about it, because there are a few things. I'm not gonna say there's nothing. There are a few things, but it's like or like why? You know what I'm saying? I'll keep it short and sweet, people, because I don't know if you're looking at your screen right there, but I got some games to play. You understand what I'm saying? These are facts. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be streaming gameplay today. I'm not sure. But let's see. I'll hit up Lazy. Oh, here he is. Yo, Lazy, what's good, my brother? I don't know if you're trying to go live today for that gameplay. If not, we'll just kick it behind the scenes and just play. And do it that way. It's all good. It's all good. All right. But yeah, let me know, man. Let me know. How about tomorrow? Yeah, we could do tomorrow, bro. We could do tomorrow. I don't have I don't have any urge to stream the gameplay anyways. I did an 8-hour stream yesterday. Anyways, you know, so I'm good, bro. I could do tomorrow. Yeah, yesterday, bro, when you left, I took like a 30-minute break. I went to go eat something and then I came back. Those last couple runs, bro, I was going off. I came out with some good stuff, man. It was good. But yeah, definitely, I could do tomorrow. All right, people. So like, share, subscribe, hype the video. Click on that link that's pinned at the top. That's for memberships. As little as 99 cents gets you in the door. We also have a poll up. Make sure you go ahead and vote on that poll. And let's get into this, all right? So let's start off. Yeah, bro. Yeah, I was still live, bro. I was still live. I put up a short as well. I made a short out of one of those. It was crazy. Funny as hell, bro. I threw him the bomb. He was like, I don't know, because I don't think you could hear him that clear. When I threw the bomb at them, they was talking. They were like, yeah. He was like, oh, shit. Yo, that shit was funny as hell, bro. But yeah, man, let's get into this. Let's get into this here, because I gotta read you this forum, and it's a pretty lengthy one. So let's get into it, all right? So first, I'm gonna read you what the CEO Strauss Zelnick had to say about the delay, okay? So we're gonna get into this first, and then I'm gonna shift over to the forum. So let's go straight to it, which is right here, okay? Let me big it up. Okay, right there. Y'all should be able to see it. Okay, so this is what Strauss Zelnick had to say, right? The drivers are the desire to deliver as perfect an entertainment experience as we possibly can, and to try to live up to the consumer's extraordinary expectations and then exceed those expectations, okay? It is always painful when we move a date. We have done so occasionally in the past, and we have never regretted it in retrospect. I would like to point out that we have some competitors that in the event where more polish was required and it required slipping a date, they chose not to slip the date, and they did so at their peril. Now, we all know who they talking about, right? Well, who he's talking about. Which is one of the most broken games to come out this year. I'm not gonna mention any names, okay? Mind's eye. Okay. So he took a shot at Bill the Rocket Boy right there. So, anyways, okay, so that's what he had to say about the situation, right? So now let's shift over to this GTA forum here, because this is where we're gonna get the details as to why they decided to delay this game. Okay, so here it is. Let me see. Y'all should be able to read that right there, right? Hold up. Yeah, right there should be good for y'all. Okay, so let me start with this, right? He says here, hey everyone, Rockstar employee of many years here. Understandably, I want to remain anonymous due to retaliation from the company, but I may be willing to verify I'm an employee with Spider Vice via DM if required. I am also a member of the union. I have been reading a lot of the discussion on here and elsewhere about the firing of more than 34 of my colleagues last week. That's 31 in the UK and 3 in Canada. And have seen a lot of disinformation and lies that are really concerning, particularly concerning how so many folk are willing to believe the company's excuses. Last week, my colleagues who were in the studio were each individually messaged by HR for a short friendly meeting under the friendly guise of, hey, are you free for a quick chat? Upon attending this meeting, They were handed an envelope with a short letter stating that their employment had been terminated for gross misconduct regarding posts made in Discord. They failed to provide any evidence when asked, nor was any stated in the letter, and did not divulge any other information or reasoning, and no other reason. They refused their right to union representation in the disciplinary meeting, which is against UK employment law, and were frog marched out of the studio with the meeting lasting less than 5 minutes. For colleagues who were in the studio that day, they received a phone call from HR that lasted less than 2 minutes, telling them they were fired and that they'd received the same letter as above. I am aware of one employee who had a panic attack at this moment, and HR hung up on them during this panic attack, not caring at all about their well-being. These colleagues of mine were hard workers who have spent many, many years at Rockstar in critical roles, with colleagues who have been at Rockstar for more than 18 years, and none of them have ever had a disciplinary in that time, which is crazy. They are not easily replaced and will certainly affect us in making our project deadlines. These are very senior artists, animators, QA testers, designers, programmers, and producers, including leads. All super talented people who were proud of their work over multiple Rockstar titles. And all they wanted was the best for Rockstar and their fellow colleagues. Some of these members were off sick, recovering from surgery, or on paternity leave, fired without pay, losing their careers and putting them into hardship in the lead up to Christmas, and even potentially losing their visas to work in the UK. Let me make this clear. I never saw any discussion / leaking of Rockstar projects in the union Discord. The only ever discussion was around unionization efforts and the working conditions at Rockstar. The Discord wasn't public. It was a private Discord group that only contained Rockstar employees and the IWGB union officials. This was union busting and nothing else. Everyone fired was a union member. They were also predominantly from those who were on the union organizing committees of each UK studio. Just 1 week before, the union had reached 200 members, taking us over that 10% threshold required to seek recognition and begin engaging in collective bargaining, allowing us to negotiate directly with management on the key issues that affect us: worsening crunch, inadequate pay, and inflexible working arrangements. So that's key right there, okay? They have fired over 34 of us now. There were over 250 of us in that union / employing Discord group. There is the fear that if they get away with this, they'll have nothing stopping them from doing this again and again. Those of us who are lucky and remain for now work in fear. Fearful when talking to each other at the tea prep, fearful that we're next in line and are easily to get rid of, too scared to go outside the studio and talk to or even acknowledge our colleagues outside protesting in fear of reprisals. Morale in the studio is at rock bottom. When we should be excited about what's to come over the next year, we are now totally deflated, and our trust and confidence in others is totally shot. Which is truly heartbreaking. The heartbreaking part, as for us in the union, all of our ambition was to make Rockstar a happier, fairer, safer, and more equitable place. That's all. What has happened clearly shows that we care more about the well-being of our colleagues at Rockstar than the company does. The union remains unbowed and is fighting to win the reinstatement of every dismissed member of of staff at Rockstar through legal means and campaigning. This fight is critical. If Rockstar can get away with this, they will keep treating their workers with disdain, disrespect, and subjecting them to continued illegal treatment. Thanks for your time, and I hope this is some truth that helps you all understand what's going on here at the moment. If you would be so kind, you can contribute to the fundraiser to support those fighting their dismissal here, and this is the link right here. It will be really appreciated if you could also share the above link. I won't be cross-posting this to other forums, but please feel free to share. Cheers. And that's it right there, okay? I'm gonna leave this link in the chat just in case, you know, anybody wants to support or things like that. It's gonna be there, okay? So yeah. So that's it right there. That's what he had to say about this, right? Now, let me take you now over to Insider Gaming, because now you got people trying to debunk this situation and, like he said here, make an excuse for Rockstar, right? So we're gonna take you over now to Insider Gaming, right? Where they say here, let me take you straight to it. This is Tom Henderson explaining on X. Quote, Rockstar Games are perfectionists, and Take-Two hasn't put restrictions on them to delay if they feel that they need to. GTA 6 has never really been on / ahead of schedule like most games. Is that the close quote? Okay, so that was his thing here. And this is the thing right here. Now, his tweet. Let me take you down here, because now we got Jason Schreier. Okay? And this is what Jason Schreier had to say through Reset Era. Quote, this delay was not due to the firing last Thursday. While the fallout from those firings could certainly have a long-term impact on the project and lead to more missed deadlines in the future due to those vacant roles, protracted legal battles, morale loss, etc., the game did not slip 6 months because 34 people were fired a week ago. It was announced today because Take-Two reported earnings today, close quote. And this is the forum right here, right? Jason Schreier. Now, what I'm thinking about this whole situation, first, Jason Schreier. Why his ass is up in here talking about in a Reset Era post? Don't you work for Bloomberg? If y'all know Jason Schreier, when he got some news to talk about and things like that, Bloomberg.com, Jason Schreier. That's where he tends to make his opinions known. His article, he writes his articles there and all that. He works for Bloomberg, right? As far as I'm concerned, right? That's what I know him for. So him trying to defend Rockstar through this Reset Era, I don't know what's going on here. Because I know when Jason Schreier got something to say and some big news, he'll write an article on Bloomberg. So I don't know what's going on here, right? Tom Henderson is basically trying to back Rockstar and try to say the same thing, that they're perfectionists and things like that, right? So to me, my whole thing with this is there was a developer. I don't know if you know. I was trying to look for this article, but I couldn't find it, right? When Rockstar had delayed the game to, when was it? To November, right? It was already delayed, right? And then they've delayed it to fall of this year, right? To November. There was a developer that came out and was like, yo, listen, I don't know what these people talking about, but I'm working on the game. And there was no way that we were going to make the game by this time, right? They look at November 2025, this year. He's like, I still don't see how we're going to make that deadline. Like, I don't know what these people are thinking, but we have a long way to go. Now, from that date, they now ship it to May 2026, which is 6 months later. And even then, when that came out, I believe it was the same developer. He comes out and says, I don't know what they talking about. We need more time. We cannot make, with what they're trying to accomplish here, with what they're telling us to do, there is no way that we'll be able to finish this game by May 2026. Okay, they got to finish developing the game. They got to get the QA testers in there. You got to test the game out, you know, in order for the game to go gold and things like that. It's once you complete the game, you know, there's still a lot of work to do. You know, you just don't finish the game and ship it out the door. Like, no, you got to test the game from start to finish. There's going to be bugs in there that you got to pick apart and things like that. Like, so he was sitting there like, May 2026, that ain't happening. So my thing is, why these people keep putting dates without knowing what the hell they talking about? Like, I'm just thinking to myself, if I'm the CEO, I got my lead developers there. You wouldn't have them. I would take a meeting with them, but like, yo, give me a realistic date, right? Tell me something. Do you think you'll be done by November 2025? No. All right, cool. Give me a realistic date. What you think about summer 2026? I might be cutting it a little close. All right, cool. Like, bro, it's that easy, bro. But the thing here is the shareholders. The shareholders put pressure on these people because that's all they care, or that's all these companies care about. It's the shareholder. The customer comes second in the minds of these CEOs. The shareholders come first. So, and by the way, since this delay was announced, Rockstar dropped 10%, by the way, in the stock market. Okay, so by Rockstar trying to please the shareholders by telling them, oh, it's gonna come out in 6 months, and they're like, okay, yeah, knowing that it's not gonna be able to, the game is not gonna be completed by then. Now look what happens. Everybody's getting turned off. You see what I'm saying? Like, the hype, that next trailer, bro, is gonna have to like blow everything else out of the water. Like, it's gonna have to. It's gonna have to. Because there's gonna come a point that people are just gonna get tired of it. And listen, there's so many games out here that is coming out. Like, me personally, right? Yeah, GTA 6 is gonna be what it's gonna be. But I'm not over, like, this is not the game that I'm waiting for. Like, I can't wait. Like that's not me. I'm more of an intergalactic guy. That's the game that I can't wait for to play. I'm more of a Naughty Dog guy. So that's the game that I'm like, hello, can it come already? So there comes a point, man, when you just keep delaying stuff, people gonna get sick and tired of it, bro. They're gonna be like, yo, my man, like, what's going on here? Could you imagine that game gets delayed again? Just picture that, bro. We are now a year away from that release in November 2026. Imagine if that date gets delayed and we push it over to 2027. It could happen. Because we don't know how far along they are in the game and things like that. We don't know what the hell's going on. These people have so much time to make this game happen already. I don't know what the hell's going on. So this is why I'm choosing to believe what's happening here. Okay, I'm choosing to believe what is happening right here. Okay, like they said, you see how this guy was like, oh, this is not gonna happen because 34 people were this, that, and the third or whatever. Those 34 people, mind you, okay? Which Jason Schreier nor Tom Henderson, what you call it, tweeted out. Where was it? Right here. They failed to put this in that tweet, right? They are very senior artists, animator, QA tester, designer, programmers, and produce, including leads. Okay? Including leads, who are all talented people who worked over multiple Rockstar titles, have over 18 years in the company without ever having one disciplinary action in those 18 years. They failed to say all that. Why they don't talk about that? I'm gonna start getting pissed off up in here. Why they don't talk about that? They try to make it seem like these 34 people are just like whatever. Like they just work at the office. Like, oh yeah, fire. That would have been different because the leads, they know what they're doing. When you work at a company for more than 18 years and things like that, trust me, you'll know what to do. Even if they fire 10 people within your staff, you know what to do, bro. Trust me. You know the company like the back of your hand. You're like, it's all good. I'll cover it. They do that in every job. I used to work for FedEx. They be like, yo, the route's next to me. Yo, this guy's not here. We don't got nobody to cover the route. You think you could take 3 blocks from that route? You think you could cover it? I know the route. I know my route like the back of my hand. I already know. Even before I leave the building, I'm doing this. I'm gonna go to this block. I'm gonna cut through here. Boom, 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 boom. If I add those 6 blocks right there, I'm gonna have to do this. I'm gonna have to go like this, and I'm gonna go through here. It comes like this. So leads know what the hell they doing. Yeah, those leads were fired, leaving the people below him to now come in and take over. They didn't say all that. So anyways, here we are. Rockstar delays GTA 6. And now we got to wait a year. I'm telling you, man, these people could take their time with this game. I'm already getting tired of it, bro. Like, it's ridiculous at this point, bro. It's ridiculous. Yo, Lazy, what's good, my brother? They did this with Red Dead. Yeah, they did. Listen, it is not because they're trying to polish the game and things like that. Because if that was the case, they should have known how far they were into the development of that game, and you could clearly see it, bro. These people go in the office and they tell them, "Let me see what you got." There's different departments in these studios. They work on the music, animation, world design, things like that, everything. 300 million on water physics. You know? Supposedly they spending 300 million on the water physics. People, they gotta go to each of these booths. Press play on that. Let me see what you got. If you see it, that is not up to par, you telling me, like, what the hell are you looking at? And why give us this release date when you clearly know that what you saw is not ready to go and will not be ready to go by November or even May 2026? Why give us the damn date? Why? For what? But I feel they try to please the shareholders, and they probably felt the need that they had to give a certain date, because they've been waiting so long. And look at where it got us. Listen, I'm not in that position, okay? I'm not in that position. I don't got shareholders breathing down my neck talking about, yo, Gifted, what's up with the game? So it is what it is, right? I could just look at it from my point of view, which is the consumer. I don't own Rockstar. I'm not the CEO. I don't know what type of pressure he's on. These people might be telling him, listen, we're going to back out. You're going to have to pay us our money here, this, that, and the third. I don't know what the hell they got going on. But it is what it is, right? The results are the results. You put yourself in that position, that's what you're going with, then this is what we got to deal with. Point blank, period, no excuse. Get the damn job done, release the damn game so we could play it. And be on with it. You're going to get money anyways. Hurry the hell up. But anyways, I think that's going to give us more time to play Crimson Desert, because I believe Crimson Desert was going to come out like a week or two to the release of Grand Theft Auto. So you know what? Thank you very much. Because I want to take my time with Crimson Desert. You know what I'm saying? So now we might have that chance to do so. Now, the only thing about this is Wolverine. I'm pretty sure Wolverine is supposed to come out somewhere near this time here. It's either going to be October or it's going to be November. Because Saros is going to come out at the beginning of the year. So we got to wait and see now what happens with Wolverine. I don't know. And if you ask me, if they come out at the same time, what game I'm going to play, I'm going to buy Wolverine first. And I'll play GTA later. That's me, though. That's what I'm going to do. But, yeah, we got to see what they do with that, all right? Anyways, man, that's going to be it for this story right here, man. We broke it down for you. These people right here, like Tom Henderson and Jason Schreier, they're just trying to be in the good hands how do you say that? Anyways, they trying to be in good company with Rockstar. That's what I believe. By trying to protect them with these tweets, right? Jason Schreier should be doing a deep dive on this situation and should be putting out an article on Bloomberg, letting everybody know what's actually going on, instead of trying to just do something like this and just expect people to believe him. Like, oh, what the hell is this? What is this? Because when you really got something to say, you go on Bloomberg.com and you make your articles. So that's what I'm expecting from Jason Schreier over here to make happen, all right? So, and then Tom Henderson is just trying to back up Jason Schreier and this, that, and the third. Yeah. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this here, okay? That's how I feel about this here, okay? Okay. Ice Cream, what's good? Yeah, sad news, but it is what it is. I listen, man, I don't feel sorry for these people whatsoever. Like, they got to get it together. They got to get it together. That's going to be it for this thing here. Unless y'all have any questions or comments and things like that. We're going to move on to the next topic here. Okay? Because we do have another game that has been delayed now. Okay? We're going to shift over to WCCF Tech, and here it is. Marvel's 1943 Rise of Hydra has now been pushed back once again. So, now they talking about mid to late 2026, which is gonna push us closer to GTA 6, right? So let's get straight into what they had to say here. This is the post that they had on Twitter. Can y'all see that right there? Right there. Okay, so here it is. At Skydance Games, our goal is to deliver unforgettable premium games that honor the characters and worlds we're fortunate to work with. Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra is an ambitious project, and we are committed to ensuring it meets the level of quality that our team, players, and fans expect. To fully realize our vision for Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra, we've made a decision to shift our release window beyond early 2026. We're grateful for the passion and support from the community and players around the world. The team is working hard to create something truly special, and we look forward to sharing more with you as development progresses. Skydance Games. So there it is. And by the way, we all know that is Amy Hennig, right? Who is leading this project. So we're expecting a lot of good things from this game. Everybody's looking forward to this game. Listen, man. I don't know what's going on within this industry. I don't know why there's so many delays. Why it's taking so much time? Like, with the technology that we have today, these games should be coming out like this. Like this. There's so many people that work at these studios, bro. Like, there's so much going on. So technology, AI, like, you got all the help in the world. And again, if you saw already that this game was not going to be ready for early 2026, why put it out there? Anyways, man, this is another game that has been delayed here. There were leaks that came out from this game. I didn't get a chance to see it. Maybe one of y'all did. So I don't really know how the game was looking or things like that. But it is what it is, right? We're gonna have to move on, people. We're gonna have to move on and just look forward to the other games that are coming out. 2026 is still gonna be an incredible year. There's a lot of games coming out that year, especially like one being the one I just mentioned, Crimson Desert. That's gonna be a game that you're gonna spend over 100 hours in. I could already tell. So that's gonna take up a lot of your time. You know, that might take you from May, all the way to like July, depending on your work schedule, what you got with your families and things like that. So you might only have time for like 2 or 3 games next year. So it is what it is. Let's see what happens. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this here, man. This is crazy work right here. The 1943 leaks look mid. Also, you got to see it. Okay. Yeah, I didn't get to see it, bro. I didn't get to see it. I'm kind of upset I didn't see it. But let's see. Let's see what happens, man. Hopefully the game doesn't get delayed. I mean, canceled. Let's see. Oh yeah, exactly. Crimson Desert, Resident Evil, which it keeps slipping my mind for some reason. I don't know why. We got RE9. We got Saros, right? Coming right after RE9. Crimson Desert comes out right after that. 007. Marathon is coming out. You like how I threw that in there? Marathon coming out. And a bunch of other games that I can't remember right now at the top of my head. But yeah, it's a lot of games coming out. All right. Let's shift over now. Okay. Let's shift over now. Some more bad news in this industry. Okay. And this one is coming out of Square Enix. They're laying people off over there of its Western, pay attention, offices. Okay. So, the news was delivered to staff through an internal video call, right? As part of a restructure that Square had mentioned in the progress report it published today. The same report where it boldly claimed that it wanted 70% of its QA work to be done by AI by 2027. Okay. In the progress report, Square writes, quote, a fundamental restructuring of the overseas publishing organization is being implemented with the aim of further strengthening global publishing capabilities and improving operational efficiency. This aligns with VGC's report, which includes the same wording from Square Enix president Takashi Kiryu. Yeah. Who also added that this layoff is intended to make Square more lean and agile. The cuts will save Square 3 billion yen annually, according to the company's projections. Along with those cost savings, the cuts are meant to bring work that developers are doing at Square Enix closer to home, so to speak. In the progress report, Square says the decision came by intending to strengthen development capabilities from a group-wide perspective and to optimize resource allocation for maximizing the value generated by IPs. A further review of the development pipeline was conducted. As a result, a decision was made to close overseas development studios and shift toward consolidating development functions in Japan. Okay? Square is not the only Asia-based developer moving away from branching studios in other parts of the world. Shortly after successful launch of Marvel Rivals, remember we spoke about this one, NetEase cut its California-based team as part of restructuring to keep work on the game closer to its home studio. All right, so it looks like the East ain't playing no games. Okay, they cutting ties with the Western, which is over here on our side, because I heard these people over here don't know what the hell they doing. Oh, they thinking about Sweet Baby Inc. and DEI and all this stuff. So there it is. Okay, that's what's happening over at Square Enix. They shutting down the studio over here. They're bringing the work back to the East, and they trying to run a tight ship over there, right? Just like NetEase and a lot of these Eastern developers, they all gonna do the same, okay? Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this one. Yeah, Pragmata, yup. Onimusha, yup. All them games is coming out next year, bro. So yeah, this is what's happening here. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this one here. We're now gonna switch over to Nintendo. And this is one of the things, right? Look at this, right? They're saying that the Switch 2 is expected to remain stable unless significant changes occur. Where is it? In a shareholders Q&A session, Nintendo's president, Shuntaro Furukawa, touched upon the system's price, saying that the company expects, quote, to maintain the current level of profitability for hardware for the time being unless there are significant changes in external factors, such as a shift in tariff assumptions or other unexpected events, close quote. All right. Also, while the danger of price increase caused by the rising prices of certain components remains a risk, Furukawa-san added that the company anticipates some areas where, quote, cost reduction may be achieved for the Nintendo Switch 2 through ongoing mass production efforts. As such, the rising price of components is not expected to impact profitability, suggesting that the system's price is not likely to increase, at least in the immediate future. So that's all I'm gonna read about this article right here. This goes back to companies like Microsoft, companies like Sony talking about we gotta raise prices because of the tariffs, this, that, and the third, or whatever the case may be. What did they say? It's because of tariffs. The word that Microsoft used, I forgot what was it that they used, but y'all know what I'm talking about. They couldn't do something like this. They couldn't think about other ways to do stuff. No, what they do right away, raise the price. I'm telling you, these people, man, it's like we can't win, bro. We can't win. So this just like put the spotlight on Microsoft and Sony, because if Nintendo's saying this, why couldn't they say the same? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the difference here? Like, do what you gotta do as a company to work around things. Like they said here, they're getting mass production efforts. Okay, Nintendo Switch 2 is going through an ongoing mass production effort to keep the price where it is right now. It is what it is. You understand what I'm saying? The most hated, by the way, Nintendo. Look at what they doing. It's right there. It's right there. Anyways, y'all let me know how y'all feel about this one. We're gonna keep it moving, ladies and gentlemen. I told y'all this is not gonna be a long live here today. I just had to share my thoughts on that whole GTA 6 thing. So let's keep it going, okay? Arc Raiders is now the highest rated multiplayer game on Metacritic in almost a decade. Can we drop a bomb for Arc Raiders, please?
Finish him.
Shout out to my brother SN Kev in the building. Kev, what up, my brother? So here it is. Yeah, East versus West. Absolutely. I'm not upset. I'm patient with how Rockstar are working on this game. Yeah, I spoke on everything, bro. I spoke on everything. But yeah, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Real quick, yeah. It became the highest rated multiplayer game on Metacritic in almost a decade, going against games like Helldivers 2, Marvel Rivals, The Finals, and many more. The streak could have even been longer if not for one game, okay? So, Arc Raiders debuted with an 87 score on Metacritic and an even higher 93 on OpenCritic. The only multiplayer title that has had better score than it was in 2016 Overwatch with a 91 score on Metacritic. So since 2016, it took that long, right? And here we are. Shout outs to Arc Raiders. Shout outs to Embark for creating just a phenomenal multiplayer game. All right. So there that goes. There was something else I had to speak on about this game. I can't remember right now. I forgot. I should have brought it up. Yeah, but yeah, that's it right there. Let's shift over. Okay, let's shift over. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 director criticizes The Outer Worlds 2. Says Obsidian hasn't innovated since Fallout New Vegas. Ladies and gentlemen, check this out. I'm taking y'all straight to his quote, ladies and gentlemen. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Here's the full quote right here. Okay. So this is it right here. Can y'all read that? How about there? Can y'all read that? All right. So he says here, finished 7 out of 10. But what I find sad is that the company and the people who gave us one of my favorite games ever, Fallout New Vegas, has been unable, even after 15 years, and with all of Microsoft's money and latest technological advances, to come up with a single new game mechanic that could take this proven but ancient formula somewhere new. Can any of you think of a single new game mechanic in The Outer Worlds that wasn't already in Deus Ex or the original Fallout games more than 25 years ago? Unfortunately, I can't. Give me a living simulated world. True non-linearity, linearity. Yes.
Finish him.
Y'all gonna have to bear with me. You understand what I'm saying? He's talking about the game being linear, okay? Not a full open world. That's what he's trying to say. Give me something more than loot boxes, maintenance shafts, loading screens, and level grinding in a static scripted world. So that's what he had to say about The Outer Worlds 2 and Obsidian. Listen, these are some of the things that I've been saying about Microsoft games. It's like, bro, you got Microsoft behind you, bro. I don't understand. How is it that these AAAs, dude, they are so different from Sony, bro? It's so hard. Like still to this day, I can't believe it. The type of games that Sony make and that Microsoft makes, they're so different, you know. But they use the same amount of money to create these games, And it's like, bro, where the hell's the creativity? Why your games keep coming out the way they do, bro? It's ridiculous. It's like that game that I showed y'all. I don't know if y'all remember that. I'm like, yo, this is what Avowed should have been. I'm gonna bring it up because this, I just happened to read this, right? I'm gonna make sure I bring this up so I can show you that trailer to that game. And when you look at it, you're gonna be like, yeah, this is what he's talking about. Like, why couldn't this been Avowed instead of the Avowed that we got? It's like, I don't understand where the money goes. You saying you got a big ass budget of 250,000 and things like that, but we don't see it. That money doesn't come across those Microsoft games, bro. It just doesn't. It doesn't shake up the industry. They don't promote their games. They don't market them. The Outer Worlds 2 was coming out. Nobody even knew. Right? Just like not Stalker 2. Avowed, when Avowed was coming out, nobody even knew Avowed was coming out. It's like, if you're not spending it in the game, you keep making excuses that it's not 60 frames because the developer wanted to what he called it, the juicy 30 frames that the developer was talking about and things like that. Where is the money going, bro? Right? So I'm in agreement with this, man. I'm in agreement with this. Like, bro, like this is unbelievable, bro. I'm gonna show you that let me get it. Hold on, let me get it before I forget. Let me just have it up, because knowing myself, I'm gonna forget it. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. When I show you this game, you're gonna be like, yeah, why couldn't Avowed be that? So, anyways, y'all let me know how y'all feel about this one here. Because we're gonna watch now, and we're gonna celebrate Naughty Dog, all right? Naughty Dog is looking back at its 40-year history. Shout out to Naughty Dog. You understand what I'm saying? The best in the business. You understand what I'm saying? These are facts, by the way, people. Okay, not opinion. These are facts, ladies and gentlemen. We got the best of the business right here, people. Let's watch this little clip right here. It's like 7 minutes long. They go through the history of Naughty Dog and things like that. Okay, let's just watch this real quick.
They make it go.
Push the start button.
I knew that.
All right.
I got it.
One of the greatest accomplishments of Naughty Dog is just the games that we make, and having done it for 40 years.
Yeah, that's a long story, right?
I mean, look, it's impossible to talk about 40 years of Naughty Dog without talking about where it all started. Jason Rubin and Andy Gavin, as high school kids, decided to just make their own games. They saw something was missing in the game industry, and they wanted to leave their mark.
I was in Hebrew school at the time, and there was this guy, Andy Gavin. He was in my Hebrew school, and he was a much better programmer than I was, so I'd ask him questions when I had issues. And
I mean, computers were so new then, and most of the games were in arcades and stuff, and we were 12-year-old guys who this stuff was all new and cool.
By the way, those are the guys, the founders of Naughty Dog. Those are the guys that were in the picture with Neil Druckmann back in the studio. Remember when I showed you and I was like, that's when he had, right after those pictures were taken, when they visited Naughty Dog, Neil Druckmann came out and was like, yeah, I'm getting back to Intergalactic. I'm getting back to developing the game. It was Dumb 2 that visited and had a word with him. So yeah, they told his ass, get your ass back in the studio and start working on Intergalactic. What the hell going on here? Yeah, we saw The Last of Us Season 2. That shit was trash. Let's get back to the video.
And we were just like, well, let's make some.
And that turned into a drive cross country to California, during which we created, I guess, or at least came up with the concept of making a character action game that ended up being Crash Bandicoot.
So Crash, the idea of the game, we definitely knew we wanted to make it like a cartoon character. We had this idea that we could like take some kind of animal that was like cute and kind of a little cool and sort of obscure with like maybe like a cool name or something, that if we made this character based on it, we could sort of like own the animal.
I remember when they were pitching to Sony, and it was a really big deal. You know, I remember Jason saying, you know, they're treating us like rock stars.
So after Crash, we had this tremendous pressure to follow up and make our next groundbreaking title. I remember we were brainstorming and pitching ideas, and one of our animators sketched out this elf-looking character, and another one sketched out this Otzel character, and there you go. That we put those guys together, and that was Jak and Daxter.
Look at that.
When Jak and Daxter came out, there was a lot of excitement because it was PlayStation owners' chance to play a game that is more traditionally associated with like a Nintendo release.
I want information. Where the hell am I? Sorry. He's new to the whole conversation thing.
We wanted to tell a much more detailed story. We wanted a sort of like immersive, like completely creative world that wasn't nearly as grounded. It was driven tremendously by our sort of gameplay goals of having this sort of like seamless, immersive, very beautiful world that you could explore.
We'd love to stay and chat, Big Green, but we're itching to get on with our adventures.
In the end, we learned a lot, and all of this development was just preparing us for our next big title. This project was going to be so ambitious that we even codenamed it Big.
Here's the thing, kid. We don't get to choose how we start in this life. Real greatness, it's what you do with the hand you're dealt.
Like one of the things I remember as we looked into what the next game is, was there was this list of like, what are the things we didn't accomplish that we want to maybe then take a short list and put into our next game. And I think that just speaks to, hey, we're always looking towards the future, we're always trying to evolve.
If you wanted to do something cool that wasn't like 100% core gameplay, it was just a cutscene. And the goal in Uncharted 2 was like, take all those things that would have been cutscenes and make them playable. And the ambition from there, from like subsequent games, it just got bigger and bigger and bigger. Every Uncharted game always pushes some new technology, some new thing that we want to do. We're trying to create moments that we've never seen in games before.
And while the tech has evolved over time, I think there are some core elements that are key to Naughty Dog and our success.
I mean, as I look at the next future decades, what I would really like the studio to continue to be doing is to like build on that legacy and continue to push boundaries and push the envelope in the games and the stories that we try to make.
Yeah, you hear that guitar? You hear that guitar?
The Last of Us is about love. The Last of Us is about the duality of love, how it is the best and worst parts of us.
I think The Last of Us really proved that you can tell a great story within a genre that there's some perception is overplayed or overused. I think people really fell in love with Joel and with Ellie, and going on that journey with them was just such an incredible experience.
It means a lot to be able to do that, and part of that is the ability to be able to bring such a talented team together with the singular goal of making amazing experiences.
After all we've been through.
Top 5, baby, of all time.
Everything that I've done.
Sweet Jesus. Doctor, what are you doing?
Can't be for nothing.
If you look back at the history of Naughty Dog, like everything that we've done, everything that was done before I even joined Naughty Dog, like Crash Bandicoot, Jak and Daxter, Uncharted, has all given us the knowledge and the tools and the know-how of how to work together to make something like The Last of Us.
Naughty Dog's been around for 40 years. No small feat, especially in an industry so tumultuous as ours.
40 years is a really long history. It's something to be proud of. There aren't a lot of game studios that have been around that long.
It's really about embodying these characters that are very specific and strong-willed characters, even though they're flawed, and then making you connect with them and their journey in a way that hopefully by the time you're finished with that experience, you view reality a little bit differently.
Woo! I can't wait.
With Intergalactic, we're going to move into a world with new characters and new capabilities.
I hope the future holds more of what Naughty Dog has always done, being at the forefront of making entertainment that is of the highest possible quality, telling the stories it wants to tell with depth and meaning.
That is the core of our craft, is authenticity.
I know our studio will continue to create amazing story-driven, character-based games that touch upon the human experience.
Again, the stuff that we build here is bigger than any one person can make. That's one of the thing that makes it special. But at the core of it is just this strive for excellence, of like loving what we do and looking back and being proud of the thing that we made.
Oh snap! Fire, fire, fire! Can we drop a bomb for Naughty Dog, please?
Finish him.
I mean, who does it better, man? I mean, you tell me, who does it better? The only thing I didn't like about that little thing, is that they didn't include Amy Hennig. I don't know why they didn't include her. She should have definitely been up in there, okay? Listen, because on the Uncharted series ain't nothing to play with, okay? Uncharted 2 is one of my greatest games I've ever played, right? So I don't know why she wasn't there. So that's the only thing I didn't like about that little sizzle right there. But everything else, man, fire. You understand what I'm saying? But it is what it is. That's gonna wrap up the main topics here. I was gonna get into this right here, but I'm not going to, because I'm not gonna give Sony that clout. I'm not gonna do it, okay? Because this is, at this point, this is absolutely disgusting. This is like, this generation, this is like the 4th or 5th time that we see Mark Cerny. Like, yo, I'm tired of seeing his face, bro. We got another interview with Mark Cerny. I mean, you can't make this up, bro. I'm tired of seeing his face, bro. Where the hell Cory Barlog at? Why couldn't that be an interview with Cory Barlog with his new game? Yeah, let's have a sit down. So you know what? I'm not going to get into that. I'm not reading that. Anyways, let me show you the trailer that I was talking about, right? That what Avowed should have been, okay? This is what Avowed should have been instead of the one that we got. Let me click this. Is this in 4K? Yes, it is. Thank you so much. Okay. Let me show you this trailer real quick. 4K. Check this out. This good? Look at this.
Santo kakoran shipa. Sentu nema kun. Kitoma.
Look how good that looks.
Kitoma.
Look how detailed that is.
Solgo fan kurabakut.
Look at that fire, bro.
Tankre. Utakarun shoklitantifa. Zentakan paritoma.
I mean, look. Look how beautiful that looks. It's the same type of game. It's the same type of game.
Kotan. O Grotuka Koranchi. Falumak Hokre Oritoma. Takarun Kao Dokushi. Washikotan. Utan Ketoanshi. Utan Veta Kipa.
I mean, I got nothing else to say. I got nothing else to say, people. That's it right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's gonna wrap up the main topics of today's show, people. That's gonna wrap up the main topics right there, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we're gonna chill for like 5 minutes. Let me just boot up some game trailers, and we're gonna chill for 5 minutes, and we out of here. And we out of here, people. All right. Oh, snap. Okay. And then we out of here, people. You understand what I'm saying? I gotta go play some Arc Raiders, man. You understand what I'm saying? These are facts. These are facts, people. The facts, people. Let's do it, people. Let's do it, people. Questions, comments, concerns, all that good stuff, maybe. We got memberships. That link is pinned at the top. It's as little as 99 cents, people. Make sure y'all click that and become an official sponsor of the channel, man. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. Y'all rocking with the gift on here today, people. Fake Keepers Day 1. Facts. Facts. Fake Keepers Day 1. Facts. That interview's old. That interview just popped up. I don't know if it's old or not. I don't know if it is, why it's resurfacing. But I just know when I saw it, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, bro, again? Look at this. Don't expect any PS5 exclusives from Square Enix in the future. That relationship is done. Square Enix has left the building, ladies and gentlemen. They have left the building. It's over. Oh, they also saying that a new Mass Effect game is still in development, okay? So those of y'all who are looking forward to that. I believe they had I think they had their earnings call or something like that. But yeah, they did mention that. And speaking on Mass Effect, their upcoming TV show that's gonna be on Amazon will be an original story that takes place after the trilogy, okay? So it's gonna be an original story, okay? That's what's going on over there. I gotta get back to Speranza, man. Let me know what's going on out here, man. I gotta get back to Speranza. Today we present you the main theme of The Expanse, Osiris Reborn, composed by Paolo Perpeleka. Right. Become a captain of your own life. Gather a team of loyal companions to explore the solar system and challenge a powerful enemy together. Right. Let me see what else I got for y'all. Hold up. Let me see if I find anything else. Anything breaking. Oh yeah, GTA 5 is going back to PlayStation Plus Extra next month. This month. They're saying that Arc Raiders reportedly sold 2.5 million copies. I'm not sure how true that is. I want to wait for the actual report to come out. That's according to Alanea and Analytics. Alanea Analytics. Okay. Oh, snap. Oh, man. This is funny, bro. Oh, snap. That show came out already? I didn't even know. From the creator of Breaking Bad, Vince Gilligan, his new show that's called Pluribus. What's up with these names, bro? What is that? It debuted with 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. I gotta see that. Because Breaking Bad, if y'all don't know, it's one of my favorite shows of all time. If you haven't watched Breaking Bad, I highly suggest you do so. So, it follows the most miserable person on earth who must save the world from happiness, described as a sci-fi masterpiece with one of the best TV pilot episodes ever. It got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Where are they giving this show at? Where can I find this? First 2 episodes were unreal. Feels like X-Files had a baby with Severance. Ooh. Fire. Where can I find this show? Let me see. Pluribus. Hold up. Oh, it's on Apple TV? Oh, I'm in there. I'm in there, people. I'm in there, people. It's on Apple TV. Let me see. Oh, it is. It's right there. It's right there. Ooh. We in there, ladies and gentlemen. We in there, ladies and gentlemen. These are facts, people. I gotta get back to Speranza. These are facts, people. Oh, we also had that Housemark little quick. It's like a 4-minute reaction video. I don't know if y'all want to see it. Y'all let me know and I'll pull it up. It's like the developers reacting to the Saros trailer. Y'all let me know if y'all want me to pull that up. It's like 4 minutes. Yeah, I saw Severance, lazy. I saw Severance. Show was fire. I didn't really like the second season too much as I did the first, but it was still good. Still fire. Still fire. Yeah, the ending was mid, bro. Bro. I was like, damn. I was expecting some crazy shit, bro. I'm trying to see if I find anything else. Any other breaking news? Dragon Ball Sparking Zero has now sold 5.4 million copies. Hold up. Do y'all think they're trying to push GTA 6 to the next generation consoles? Do you think that's what's happening here? Because by the sound of everything that they said that they're working on with this game, it's like, could a base console handle all of that? Like, where is it that they're trying to take this game? Because if we listen to Straw Zelnick, he's like, yo, y'all not gonna be ready for what this game has to offer. You think you know, but you have no idea. I don't know, bro. Watch C. Oh, that's the joint with what's this guy's name? Jason Momoa. If it is, I'm not gonna watch that, bro. I don't like Jason Momoa. I don't like him as an actor, bro. $1,000,000. Nah, that's the same pattern as Red Dead. Yeah, I know, but it's like, bro, just because it's just what they did before doesn't mean they gotta do it again. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. That could have been an issue with Red Dead's development. It doesn't mean that it has to be the same issue with GTA's development. You know what I'm saying? Like why should that be an excuse for them? Like, why? Just because it happened with with Red Dead. Okay, like, it happened. Cool. Does that mean it gotta happen with GTA as well? The next game they come out with, does that mean it's gonna be okay? Oh, they did this with Red Dead. They did this with GTA 6. Don't worry. It's the usual. Like, nah, bro. Nah. Like, set a date, a realistic date, and keep it moving. That's what this is what happens when people keep giving these companies all this clout. This is what happens right here. They feel like they could do whatever they want, and this is the result right here. This is what happens. This is what happens. L Gifted. Nah, bro. You like Jason Momoa? I don't like Jason Momoa, bro. I don't like Jason Momoa. I don't know. I don't like Jason Momoa as an actor. I definitely don't like The Rock as an actor. John Cena's if you seen The Peacemaker, that's like John Cena's, that's like a perfect role for him, bro. Like, he killing that role. Yeah, they BSing for sure. I'm telling you, bro. They know they got the clout. They know everybody's gonna buy the game regardless. They know, listen, they got nothing to worry about. So they feel like they could do whatever they want. That's why their stocks went down 10% today. And if gamers were to be like going on a fit right now, maybe they'll feel some pressure. See what I'm saying? You know, but the talk around town, what's it gonna be? I'm still gonna get the game regardless. That's the talk around town, and that's what they know. Kojima, I finally got to watch the first episode of that Vince Gilligan series. He says, "Oh my God, this is incredible, absolutely incredible." It pulls you right in. It pulls you in right from the opening scene. Vince is really a genius. Okay. Some very interesting meetings at other studios this morning following the announcement of GTA 6's delay. We got to keep an eye on that. Some very interesting meetings at other studios this morning following the announcement of GTA 6's delay. We got to keep a close eye on that, okay? We might see some game releases pop up now. Let's see what happens. Let me see. Oh, Frankenstein is now on Netflix. The film by Guillermo del Toro. It's on Netflix. It came out today. Might take a peep at that one too. I still haven't gotten to the It series on HBO Max. I haven't gotten to that. I gotta check out that Vince Gilligan on Apple. I gotta watch that Frankenstein movie. A couple other things. I'm excited for GTA, but my most anticipated is Wolverine and Crimson. Wolverine, Crimson, and 007. Okay. Mine is Wolverine, Saros, because y'all know I'm a huge Returnal fan. So Wolverine, Saros, Crimson Desert, Resident Evil 9. What else? Yeah, I think those right there. I'm not gonna say Intergalactic because I know that's 2027. But yeah. Yeah. Come 2027, it's go time. Kojima could have made the Matrix game. Facts. Facts. Absolutely. See. Ad Hoc Studio. Ad Hoc Studio. They originally planned to make Dispatch a TV show, but it didn't happen. Worked on The Wolf Among Us 2. Bet on themselves and left The Wolf Among Us 2. Released their first video game, Dispatch. Brand new IP. Sold 1 million copies of the game in less than 2 weeks. Consisted of a lot of the OG Telltale games, game is a commercial and critical success, making a critical role video game. Oh, so that's what happened with those developers. They worked on The Wolf Among Us too, and they decided to bet on themselves. They left that and they created Dispatch, but it was supposed to be originally a TV show, but they couldn't make that happen, and that's how we got the Telltale. Interesting. Interesting. Let's take, you know what, while we're here, we'll wrap it up with this. Let's take a look at this quick little, oh shit. This quick little 4-minute video that Housemarque did reacting to Saros, the trailer. Hold on. But I gotta get back to Speranza. Oh, by the way, speaking of Speranza, the official soundtrack of Arc Raiders is now out. Like the full soundtrack is out. Okay. They did a trailer for it and everything. So let's take a look at this real quick, okay? Where is it? Here. And we'll wrap it up with this. We out of here after this, people. I gotta go back to Speranza. Okay. 4K, people. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Martin Contel. I'm the tech art director at Housemarque.
I'm Simone Silvestri. I'm the art director at Housemarque.
My name is Abibi Taneri. I'm a lead game designer here at Housemarque, and I'm working on the enemies.
My name is Sharma Jagadisen, and I'm one of the graphics programmers.
Can you just hit play and let's watch it together?
Every time the sun dies, time stretches and tears.
So I'm actually really happy of how the architecture turned out. I really wanted to dig deep into how do we give a sense of alien architecture and what can we do with it. There are a lot of curved shapes, which really help with that organic feeling to it. So I went into this mix of neoclassical versus Italian futurism, which are oxymorons. They're completely opposite of each other, but what we have now in the trailer really makes me happy.
This is the first people have seen of the combat in Saros, and we wanted to just give them a taste of the basic bullet pattern, right? To tell everyone that, yes, bullets are back, but also they've been leveled up, right?
In this game, we wanted to take destruction to the next level. Here we have a full-blown rigid body simulation, particle-based, that fits our VFX pipeline really well. And every time you shoot at an enemy, they will explode into bits and pieces, and those will collide with the player, the environment, and that adds to the reactive nature of the game.
And right here, we're introducing the first kind of big change between the combat in Returnal compared to Saros, and that's the shield, right? You can see the long line of bullets the enemy left behind, and the player is now able to absorb those with their shield, right? So by having the shield, it kind of fundamentally changes how we design these bullet patterns. Because before, bullets were just something you had to avoid or dash through. But now, there's something the player can actually actively interact with.
Nice touch. That's a nice touch, even though they
We
made
are
the game
famous
easier.
by our tentacle technology. We have simulated tentacles, legs, cables, whatever you want to call it. And also we have secondary animation that is driven by the main animation from gameplay. This particular enemy has all these tentacles at the bottom, and you see that it's slightly tilted like that. The actual animation that we have, it's always in a straight up position. But we added the system that it reads the main animation and it adds some weight to it.
So you might have noticed that enemy there was not just pumping out bullets, it was also pumping out the red shapes that expand outwards. So one thing I love about working here is we get to have all this like spectacular VFX work with these really bright colors that you can see in the heat of battle.
That's from Returnal, by the way.
For this final scene in the trailer, we had these calls coming from the door. and the enemy coming from behind was coming forward, and we needed to solve an issue where the cape of the enemy would intersect with the skulls, and that was problematic. So instead of trying to create a physics-based solution for this, I just decided to push the skulls aside, and I showed this to our directors, and they thought that it's not quite there. And they asked me, would it be possible for the skulls to climb on the walls? So I put an upward vector there, and there just so happened to be an animation that the enemy would do that I also timed for dropping the skulls down.
All this is simulated in real time, all these coin chains, the clothing, everything is custom Housemarque technology.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Can't wait for that game to come out. Even though I wanted more. I was expecting more. Now we haven't played the game, of course, but like I said, I could only go by what they are showing us, you know. So I was expecting more. But let's see, right? Because I was saying the same thing about Yote, and Yote turned out to be an incredible game. Even though I still feel like they could have done more with it. It's just that the combat is so good. You kind of tend to forget about some of the things that you're like trying to criticize. So I feel like the same thing is going to happen here, because it's pretty much the same game. But you know, the combat is so good, was so good in Returnal, that I feel like they're just gonna, you know, give us just enough to pull me back in, right? So because a lot of similarities in that trailer, bro. Like the thing that he's talking about, that red ring, that's in Returnal. The dashing, the UI, yeah, they changed it up a little bit, but you can just tell it's almost like Returnal Part 2. They are making it easier, of course, giving you that shield. Of course, they're making it easier. But yeah, I'm still gonna be in there day one. I beat Returnal when it first came out. Even when people thought that the game was too hard, you wasn't able to save the game. You had to leave your PlayStation on rest mode. If you made it far, you couldn't turn it off. You had to leave it on rest mode. There were times that I couldn't switch to play another game, because if I did that, I would lose my progress. So let's see what they do with this one, because that was good for that moment in time, which was like during the pandemic. So I feel like that game came out at the perfect time. Nowadays, with so many games coming out, so many multiplayer games coming out, for them to do that where you won't be able to save the game and come back to it, that's gonna be kind of tough, because there's a lot of games out here, and I don't know how people are gonna feel about that this time around. So I'm curious to see if they're actually gonna go get away from that, or will they continue with the same strategy. That's something I'm looking forward to see what they do with that. But yeah, I'm in there. That's gonna wrap it up here today, people. I gotta get back to Speranza, people. Okay, I got things to do. Anyways, man, I appreciate everybody who pulled up today, man. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for those who kept the chat alive. I appreciate it very, very much. Thank y'all, man. Hopefully I'll catch y'all here on the next live. I don't know when that's gonna be, but hopefully I'll catch y'all here. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, the gifted one here, and we leaving the show today with a special track. Let me make sure it's booted up. Here it is. Okay. Like, share, subscribe. It is your boy, the Gifted One here, and I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. I am gone.
I don't like to cook, but I'll stay in the kitchen. And when it comes out, oh, it's all grifting. GTA 6, 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 GTA 6. Every time I'm on a podcast, I bring up GTA 6. It doesn't matter what the argument is. GTA 6, it's not an Xbox, but guess what? GTA 6, it is a PC, but it doesn't matter. GTA 6, 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 GTA 6.